But when you look at it as well, man, the Chicago Bears have Caleb Williams has played pretty good against the Minnesota Vikings over the 2 times that he has played. That time he was sacked 5 times in his 2 meetings against the Minnesota Vikings, which, it is what it is. It was 2 separate complete coaching staffs over that time. But I think overall, Caleb Williams has played pretty well against the Vikings. And so, again, different team. Every year it's its own story, but I think you have that to look into it. And while the Bears have their own injuries, the Minnesota Vikings are dealing with injuries themselves as well, right? When you look at their leader in Harrison Smith is listed as doubtful coming into this game. What he is for a safety for them, he's a big part of that. And so not having him in that game is going to change things a little bit forward as well. Also, their starting left tackle, and Darisaw also is listed right now as questionable. And so, that's the thing that you have to look at when it comes down to that and get ready and be prepared for it. But that would be a huge loss for the Minnesota Vikings team. And so can the Bears take advantage of that? That comes down to our pass rush and how good we can do that. And that's another thing that people are going to be looking forward to in this game is how well does the Bears pass rush. The trenches on both sides of the Bears are one of the things that a lot of Bears fans are looking at to see how is this going to perform for the Bears for this season. This is a big sign for that. So the trenches work today is going to be really important, I think, for the Chicago Bears. And then we talk about Caleb Williams' success against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's also not forget to look at the fact that Ben Johnson against Brian Flores has a 4-0 record when it comes down to that. Now, that's with Ben Johnson's time, of course, with the Detroit Lions, and Flores as the Vikings defensive coordinator. 4 games against that. The Lions averaged 31 points per game. So now Johnson is coming in, of course, looking to build off some of that success he had with his old team and use some of that to build off with what this team can do. So we'll see what the Bears can do into that, man. It's going to be a tough game for the Bears. And I think some of the things that the Bears are going to have to do early on in this game is keep it simple. And I think that you're going to see, some quick throws in there for Caleb Williams. You're going to see a lot of the 12-man personnel. You're going to see the Bears, put that up-tempo offense that they like, that they've already said that they see that that's something that benefits Caleb Williams. That's something that he performs better in, is that more up-tempo. The pace of the offense is really important to him, but you're going to have to get to do that. You're going to have to get in rhythm. You're going to have to move the ball consistently, right? Those are going to be things that they have to do. Of course, seeing Ben Johnson's new offensive scheme, of course, that he's bringing over here is going to be fun already. How that interior offensive line is going to be important. But I think when you look at the weapons here, the Bears are going to make this game simplified. But to make it simplified, you also have to have success in the run game. But I think